Hi, I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackHere.com, and today we're going to install a set of new Rage Cycles LED turn signals for the 17 and up R6. Okay, new Rage, brand new vendor for us. We literally just signed up with these guys about 10 days ago. Had an opportunity to talk to one of the owners on the phone. Good people, bike people, making the stuff here in the US, and this is really creative stuff in my opinion. We had a set of Driven Mirror Eliminators for the 17 R6 project bike, and quickly realized when I take those mirrors off, I'm losing my front signals. And realistically, if you ride down the street, you should have front signals. You don't want to lose that visibility in traffic for sure. So I started searching, and it didn't take long, and I landed on new Rage Cycles and saw that they had produced some really cool looking LED signals for the front of this motorcycle. You can see they're already on the bike. The install is simple. Steve's going to show you that after we just give you the breakdown on the product. It's a 1-bolt install. At the end of the day, there is a little closeout panel here to pull out if you want to do a nice clean install, which I did, and we'll show you that. Let's get right to it. No resistor installed either. Okay, I've got the stock rear turn signals on still. We did a Yosh fender eliminator install. So it has the stock LED signals on. You can see the flash rate is really good. The visibility is solid. They come with OE connectors on the pigtails, so they plug right in. It is literally plug and play. Really creative part here. Powder coated metal, LEDs, surrounded by clear plastic, which has then been machined. The radius has been machined, so you can see through it once they're illuminated. Looks great, bolted up. It was a low drama install, easy to do, and the end result was really clean. They also have a pair of mirror eliminators that we'll do an install on as well, that are available if you want to do their stuff on the front of the bike. We also have a fender eliminator for this same bike from New Rage that has signals that look a lot like these and really hold the plate up tight, so look for that as well. Removing the mirrors. Okay, we've got 10 mil fasteners back here. Not only do we have the fasteners, but remember we also have the wiring for the turn signals. Okay, we're going to have to manage that as well. Get the fasteners loose. Those are going to be easy for you to find. They're just 10 mil. Pretty basic stuff. And before I take both of them out completely, I'm going to get the flashlight out and I'm going to start manipulating the harness so we can get that ready to pass through the fairing. Okay, so I've got the mirror worked loose. One nut still holding it on. The flashlight out here. And let's see, hopefully we can find the connector nice and easy. See which harness that is. I actually just pull the other nut out now so I can clearly identify the harness I need to pull through. Okay, and it is going to be right here. Set this to the side, be careful not to scratch the fairing. We'll get the flashlight so I can point this out to you. Okay, it's going to be this connector right here. You can see there is the lock tab at the bottom. See if I can release that with my thumb, which I was able to. Feed this up through the back side and out it comes. So that was really simple. Okay, now we're going to get ready to install the signals. Creative solution here from New Rage Cycles for the R6. The turn signals on the front if you're going to roll with the mirror eliminators. What they've done is we have powder coated metal that is plastic with LEDs inside Radius is machined real nice. Wiring harness looks good. And that is an OE connector, so this is going to be a plug and play solution. Brand new vendor for us. These would be the first parts from them that we've seen or installed. The install on this bike, not very difficult at all. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to gain a little bit of additional access. It's going to allow me to secure the harness nicely, so I'm going to remove these retainers from the side closeout panel here. This cowl up here, the upper fairing. Just press down in the center. I know it's a little bit dark in here. I'll show you one of these fasteners when I pull it out. All you have to do is, when you begin, it's going to be flush. Push down in the center, like so. That releases it. To reuse it, you'll push it back up through, secure the fastener in place, and push down to lock. Okay, now you want to grab this panel and you gotta manipulate it a little bit to get it to come loose. There are just the two fasteners that hold it in place, and from there it slides in a little bit. Got some clips in the back. Kind of pull up here in the back like so. Obviously be careful, you don't want to break any of the trim. You can see we've got a push pin back there you need to release, a couple of clips here. And these two up in the front, they slide into position. So you don't want to pull up on the front, you want to pull up on the back here, release that from that grommet, release these three, and then slide back a little bit, it'll come right out. The mirrors are obviously already off the motorcycle. My next step is to remove this mounting screw for the halo light cover in the back. Using a stubby Phillips, like so. And then we'll grab the signal. The instructions are right here. We printed these off online. They did not come in the package. Just go to our site, we have them on our site, or you can go to New Rage and print these off. Got a series of 5 pictures, a little bit of text. Not super in-depth, but realistically for this install, I don't think that they need to be any more technical. Let's go ahead and slide this into position. Like I said, this is a new company to us. We literally just brought them on board about 10 days ago. I was looking for a solution for the front turn signals for this R6 and found them. Felt this was pretty creative. Excited to see them in person and get them on this project bike for sure. Let's get them up into position here. We also have a fender eliminator as well as a set of mirror block-offs that match the signals for this R6. Get that all screwed down in place. The harness, I'm gonna try and feed through the back here. Each side, it's just a little bit different. I've already had the bike apart when I put the mirror eliminators on. You know, the end goal here, as always, is to have a real clean finished product. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna trim away some of the electrical tape to release this harness. Grab a flashlight and show you guys what I'm gonna do here. Let's see right here. This factory connector is taped to the harness, so I'm gonna jump in here with a razor blade and slice that tape. Okay, you can see now I've got a lot more slack in that harness. That's just gonna allow me to do a real clean job routing this. Pretty sweet factory connectors, I like that. That is a very nice touch. Go ahead and get this lined up. Nice positive click. So from here, all right, we want to take our time and get this routed real nicely. Kind of tuck that all up in there. Looking over here. I want to give this that real stealth appearance, make this look factory. So we'll take our time here a little bit. Just kind of tuck that harness up in there. Like so, and you can see that really has hidden that quite well. Okay, I've got that tucked in there pretty nicely. I'm just going to go ahead and use some of the cable ties that they've supplied with the kit. Get that an extra little push up in there. Man, that looks really pretty good. You can see how I've got that tucked in there now, using the OE wiring harness holder here as it goes up to the cluster. All right, just need to get a cable tie in here. Secure this the rest of the way. Pretty tight. This is one of those times, there's some projects where using the bike lift is awesome. And there's some projects where using the bike lift, well, it's kind of a hindrance. And this is one of those times. If I could turn the bars right now, this would make my life a little bit easier, but just roll with it and get it done. Like I said, new vendor for us. Stuff's all made here in the US. Had the opportunity to speak with one of the owners on the phone. Seemed like good people, enthusiastic motorcycle people. Very cool. Like to see that. Definitely turning out a unique product line. You're going to see a lot more stuff from them on the site. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that trim panel back into position. We're going to start with the tabs at the front, push down, slide forward. Once you've done that, line the Christmas tree up in the back, push that into the grommet. We're going to reuse factory clips. There you go. We'll have Steve just get a little closer. Let me grab the flashlight. And you can see literally now that thing looks like it was installed from the factory. The harness is completely hidden, super easy to do. Now we'll jump on the other side. Okay, other side, same gig. We're gonna remove those two fasteners. Save them, reuse them. Grab the panel at the back, pull up, slide back, off that comes. You can see that's the same deal. These two slide in and lock, push down back here. You can see the holes where the two clips go through. Really easy. There's our factory connector right down here. I may not have to cut the tape off of that. The way this is going to route, I think we're going to be good to go. Let's get that mounting bolt out. We'll grab our signal. Kind of need to hold this into position. Right. So the screw is loose. I lifted it up so it's kind of over the edge of that trim panel. Okay, that looks good. You don't need to go crazy here with the torque. Remember, you're threading that into plastic. Go ahead and tuck the harness up in, same way we did on the other side. the way down. You know, you could probably try and do this without removing those two trim panels. That's optional. I feel that, you know, oftentimes creating just a little bit more space is not a bad idea. I think this project is one good example of that, so I would recommend taking the panels off. Make sure you get this in there straight so you don't collapse the pins. Push in until you hear good positive engagement. You know, this is realistically, this is tucked away nicely enough. Oh man, I don't even really see the need to put, I think we're gonna put a cable tie in here. I think we're good. Slide that harness back in there. That looks good. We're just gonna roll with that. Trim panel. Begin with those two forward tabs, get those in position, push forward. Back here you've got that Christmas tree, push down, clips, all good. This motorcycle still has the stock LED turn signals on it. Remember we did a previous install on a Yosh fender eliminator and left the stock turn signals. Okay, so flash rate is something we'll be able to check out here in a minute. There's your finished result. Super clean on both sides. Now let's get to the important part, the front of the bike. And look at how clean that looks now. Plenty of visibility. Right now we're showing you the Driven Mirror Eliminators on the bike. With them, we're going to show you in a second with the new Rage Mirror Eliminators. There's your right signal. Flash rate is good to go. No need for an additional resistor. These look great. I dig them. I think they're well worth the money. Super creative solution for any R6 owner 17 and up that's looking to eliminate the mirrors but still wants the turn signals. If you're on the street, you're going to want the signals. They did a great job. Visible, quality product, made in the US, easy install with a good, clean result.